welcome to the launch of the WDBE Summit of this year, so World of Digital Built Environment 2024. My name is Teemu Lehtinen. I'm from KIRAHub, the local innovation hub for the built environment sector here in Helsinki, and we are one of the proud co-organizers of the summit. We have actually colleagues joining from Tallinn today as well. Please welcome Jan and Hellemai from Tallinn.
Hello.
Hello.
So today we will launch this year's WDBE Summit and the program. Excited? As previous couple of years, we will do the summit again in two different cities, Helsinki and Tallinn. This time around we have first day in Helsinki and second day in Tallinn. But let's go a bit deeper on what to expect from this year's summit. As we all know, WDBE is an annual gathering of forerunners in the digital built environment. So anybody working on digitalizing part of the process or life cycle or certain type of stakeholder, whether from public sector or private sector, are warmly welcome to join and share their own work and experiences with others, and of course getting inspired about others' work as well. Hopefully also finding new collaborators and new innovations to utilize. So there's a lot of different roles taking part. The event itself, it's not the biggest event in the world. We kind of want to keep it small enough for really having meaningful interactions between the participants. So we usually gather from 400 to 500 people from 30 different countries on average. And as said, we are co-organizing this with several organizations. The event is a non-profit community event, co-organized with KIRAHub and REAL in Finland, Ministry of the Climate and Digital Construction Cluster in Estonia, and then also Urban Hub Europe Network. But yeah, this is 7th year now, and Estonia has been involved and co-organizing these few years also. We've had already quite a long collaboration going on. Any reflections in the past events from you guys?
Fourth time, yeah?
Yeah, 4 times together.
4 times together, yes. And the first time was actually a challenge because it was 2020. And then it was a very challenging time for us the first time.
Indeed, we were actually planning this similar twin city concept already back then. But then the COVID came and we were forced to rethink the plan to fully virtual event. That wasn't bad at all either. I mean, that was really nice experience to do things a bit differently, right?
True. But for us, it was like a normal now, you know. First time, and then we are keeping it digital as well, no, all the time. But maybe Jan, then we actually met together as well, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it was already long time ago, right? So 2020. When the first plan was born to have it in 2 cities, have the ferry ride in between, but we actually got to do it only in 2022, right? So 2021 was again kind of offline because we were hoping to get back together with people, but then another wave of COVID came and everything was, But 2022, we managed to do it in person in 2 cities. Last year as well, and this year it's going to happen again. So I think this goes to show that the people really like this format of having 2 cities, and I mean it brings the digital construction communities a lot more closer together, and we are kind of in a shared ecosystem here in the Nordics, in Helsinki, Tallinn, lots of collaboration going on. So I think it's a really, really nice event to get an idea of what's really happening in this part of Europe, this part of the world, which is, I would say, one of the most innovative when it comes to,
Yes.
Our industry and the built environment.
Indeed. Of course, there will be some changes this year as well, even though the main format will remain the same. And there's been some changes with your role, Jan, as well, right?
Oh yeah, previously I've been always here as a ministry representative, and that's how we got the things started. We got support from the government and to really also fund a lot of the event and make sure it takes place. And because, as you said, it's a non-profit event organization, which I also like because it's less commercial. But now I'm in a commercial role, so I'm working for Future Insight, which is a Dutch company developing smart cloud applications for the construction industry. But I'm still happy to host here at WDBE, and I consider this kind of my home turf event to be at. And yeah, it's a slightly different angle, but I don't think I've changed that much. I still kind of look the same, but maybe I'm not so much in my comfort zone anymore, as I have to be responsible for a profitable organization, and governments usually don't have to be profitable. So. But now it is interesting, challenging, but fun as well. So
Indeed, and really great to have you still with us as part of the organizing, and you actually have a role as a keynote speaker in the first day in Helsinki, and then you're going to be one of the hosts on the second day in Tallinn. But also Future Insight is one of the partners of the event, so really looking forward to that as well.
Absolutely. And we're proud to be sponsors of the event because it's a really nice event.
But yeah, let's go a bit deeper on the program. And we are still having actually the early bird ticket sales going on until June 16th. So still almost 3 weeks to go with the best price. And we are happy to launch the program today. So hopefully many of you who have been thinking of participating will now have a chance to grab the early bird ticket before the summer break. So the first day in Helsinki will be at a brand new venue actually called Katajanokan Laituri, which is the biggest mass timber building, office building in Finland when it's going to be ready this summer. And it will be actually the new headquarters for the Stora Enso company as well. So we are really happy to host the first day and the Helsinki day at this super cool new venue right there in the downtown Helsinki.
Looks nice. Is that where the actual event is going to take place, or is that like an entry atrium?
Yeah, that's like the entry atrium or lobby area. Part of the event will be actually located there as well, but next to this place is kind of the event stage and an area where most of the stage program will be held.
Well, looks cool.
All right, then some keynote introductions as well for the first day in Helsinki. We have already published Olivier Lepinois, who's been working years and years in construction companies, in the AEC software companies, global organizations. And because this year's theme is actually around business models, Olivier has been working a lot on looking at business models for the AEC sector and how maybe digital transformation could provide new opportunities in changing business models for certain stakeholders to be better and more profitable. He actually runs at the moment this think tank called Hyper Construction, and you guys also did a recent WDBE Talks episode with him, Jan. So I'm super really looking forward to his keynote.
Yeah, it was a great discussion we had together with Olivier and Arni. So yeah, you should check out the podcast if you haven't yet. So definitely go do that.
So Olivier kind of kickstarts the topic business models for the future from kind of the big picture perspective and reflects all the work that he's been doing over the years. And then we will have Jan as a spare for Olivier in the morning session. Tell us a bit what you're gonna cover for your keynote.
Well, it's there's still some time to go. So, presentations are always made at the last minute and the last hour, and there is a good reason for that, actually, for the procrastination, because the more the later you do it, the more information you have to make decisions and to share it. So that's just my justification for procrastination. But no, my topics are definitely I would say more European wide, looking at some of the developments, especially in building permitting, and what kind of a role do public clients and policymakers play in the whole digital transformation of construction, because they actually play a huge role. And building permitting processes, which don't sound that exciting, actually also are one of the key enablers to really unlocking the full potential of all this digital data and digital ways of working that already the industry has adopted in many ways, but maybe a little bit being held back by governments and municipalities. So, but things are changing even at the European level, the European Commission. I'm involved with the EU BIM task group. I'm also with the Building Smart International. So I think I have a little bit of a kind of a wide angle view on what's going on, and I'm really looking forward to sharing that with the audience and giving some kind of insight on the trends and also the challenges that I see across Europe and also a little bit globally.
Sounds good and sounds promising. We actually had the topic of digital building permits also in previous years, always represented at the WDBE. And in addition to your keynote, we will also have its own community session coming. So definitely anyone working on that topic should join as well. Then we will have actually two keynotes for the Helsinki Day that we haven't released. So I'm super excited to share with you today that we will have Mark Bryan joining from Future Today Institute as one of the keynote speakers for the Helsinki Day this year as well. And actually, I'm probably most inspired about this one lately, because I was happy to catch the founder of Future Today Institute, Amy Webb, at South by Southwest this year in Austin. And they are actually releasing their technology trend report every year. They've been done for 17 years now, looking at emerging technologies and what kind of scenarios would technologies bring to different industries. And they've been covering also built environment sector really broadly in their report. And Mark Bryan is the guy who is responsible of that part. So really super excited to have Mark joining to be one of the keynote speakers this year as well. And pairing with Mark, we will have Amy Peck, also from the US, founder and CEO of Endeavor XR. So Amy will complement really nicely the talk of Mark about future scenarios through different technologies, but focusing mostly on XR, so mixed reality, virtual reality, and augmented reality technologies, and what can we see kind of how they will impact more and more the built environment sector as well. What do you guys think about the keynotes about in the Helsinki day?
No, at least one I know.
Yeah, I think it's a really nice lineup, Teemu.
Yes.
And having, you know, two people from US, from across the pond, so to speak, is really, I mean, helps to broaden the horizon and shows, you know, allows us to maybe reflect a bit more on ourselves as well. What we're doing here is great and pretty cool, but a lot of cool stuff is also happening across the oceans and in different parts of the world. But it's really nice that they are coming here as well, because it shows that they also connect with what we are doing here. And I think there's a lot of potential for also, you know, collaboration across the Atlantic and more globally.
Yeah, indeed. And we're actually releasing a press release about Mark Bryan's keynote speech tomorrow, so that'll be a chance to learn more about it as well. So better tune in for that. As said, the event is non-profit community event, so every year we have a call for anyone to submit suggestions for sharing their own work. So this year we will have 3 different community sessions each day as well. These are the 3 sessions for the Helsinki day. So we have a session around data platforms, digital building permits, as mentioned already, and also smart buildings. You can check the more detailed presentations from the website. Then it's time to go to Tallinn for the second day. We will, of course, also share a journey together from Helsinki to Tallinn by the ferry. We will have really nice dinner together on the ferry, and there's also loads of possibilities to join after dinner for some drinks to the bar at the ferry, and option also for, you know, have your own cabin and stay for the night there as well. Or if you prefer to go to Tallinn and stay the night at the hotel, that's an option too. But just remember that, you know, we will start at 9 a.m. in the morning for the second day in Tallinn. And the venue is actually changed as well. So we will have the second day at Kulttuurikato. Any words on that?
Kulttuurikato is not very far from the harbor, as you can see behind my back. So it's very close to the harbor as well. So the only walking distance and everything is very close in Tallinn in that sense. So the venue is changed, but not the location as much, you know.
Super short walking distance from the ferry.
And it's a really nice venue as well. It's a converted old energy plant, power plant. And, you know, Estonia has hosted most of the, I would say, high-level meetings, conferences. Also, when the European, we were president of the European Commission thing, then a lot of events happened there as well. So it's really a nice and a very exciting venue as well, because some of the equipment for the power plant is still in there, as you know, on the ceilings, on the walls. So it's it's quite interesting, I would say, as well. Not maybe as fancy and new as the Finnish venue, but at least it's something of a change again on the Tallinn side.
Yes, so very sustainably developed thing, you know, form industrial power plant into a venue.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, in Helsinki we have the new and biggest mass timber building, but on the other hand, on Tallinn side, we have kind of the retrofit of an old existing building, which kind of two different perspectives on sustainability. Great, really looking forward to that. Then some keynotes for the second day in Tallinn. We will have the kickstart with Kevin Cardona from Leonard, which is the innovation part of huge global construction company called Vinci. And he's a director of entrepreneurial innovation there. They also have their own innovation hub in Paris, and he will be sharing their objectives and activities in innovating construction sector together with kind of ecosystem players and startups and scale-ups. Then at the end of the day, we will have William Stewart from the UK, from Ekist. So there, Ekist is one of the biggest consultancy working with WELL certification in the UK. So we wanted to invite William to the summit to kind of share the perspective of well-being in spaces and how that should be maybe taken more and more into account in business models as well. So really also looking forward to that perspective and talk. We still have 2 more keynote speakers coming to the second day that we are kind of waiting for the final confirmation. So we couldn't share them today with all of you, but hopefully very soon. So please check our channels and website for that information as well. On the Tallinn day, we will have 3 different community sessions as well on the topics of design, digital construction sites, and digital life cycle. And also you can check the more detailed presentations within those sessions at the website. And kind of the icing on the cake of the second day, we will have our annual WDBE awards ceremony as well, following the second day in Tallinn at the same venue actually. So we will have some short break with some drinks and snacks, and then we celebrate the winners of the awards. This year we will have 6 different categories, and the call is still open. So if you know suitable companies, projects, whatever you would like to suggest to these categories to become winners of these awards, please do so from the website. So we have the awards categories are most innovative digital project delivery, best research for digital built environment, most impactful digital act for sustainability, most promising digital solution, most pioneering business model, and best use of location information that we are hosting together with Location Innovation Hub, one of the European digital innovation hubs. So there is still time to submit your proposals. And yeah, we're also still looking for partnerships. So if you're interested to join the summit as a partner, like our friends at Future Insight did, please let us know from the website. There are different types of partnerships. So the kind of most easiest and lower threshold is becoming a community supporter with a group ticket. Take your team to the event and get visibility through that. If you want to do a bit more, get some stage time as well, booths both in Helsinki and Tallinn, etc. The WDBE partner is the way to go. Or if you want to do even more with co-hosting, that's still also doable for this year and coming years. So if you're interested in that, please let us know as well. And we do have also some community supporters already with group tickets from Confederation of Finnish Construction Industries, and Location Innovation Hub. All right. And as mentioned, the early bird tickets are still available until June 16th. So there's still plenty of time to secure those tickets for either Helsinki or Tallinn or both days with the best available price. And yes.
Just to be clear, Teemu, to participate in both Tallinn and Helsinki, you need to buy 2 tickets, right? You need to buy one for the Tallinn day and one for the Helsinki day.
Indeed, because it is kind of difficult to have one ticket that works on both sides, and because of the kind of finances and taxations are different in Finland and Estonia. So we have 2 separate tickets, and of course we want to invite everybody to participate to both or full 2 days. But in practice, the way to do it is to purchase those two tickets. But yeah, that was a good point.
Yeah.
And yeah, final maybe kind of a sneak peek or piece of content that we have, as mentioned already in the beginning. We have released the latest WDBE Talks podcast episode with Olivier and Jan. You can find it from the website or any platform, Spotify, Apple, or etc. So just search WDBE Talks there, and you should find it. You can also listen to the older episodes if you haven't done so already, but we will hopefully also launch the new episode soon with the next 2 keynotes, and yeah, looking forward to that, hopefully before the summer holidays. But what do you guys think about today's summit and the upcoming program? At least I'm super excited, and it's also been great to see that already at this point in the end of May, before the summer break, we have kind of things in pretty good order already with the program and keynotes and everything. So at least I'm kind of relaxed now to go for the summer break.
Yeah, having been on every WDBE event, I think, yes, since 2018. Yeah. I really enjoy it, and I kind of know what to expect. So that's why I'm back every year. But those of you who haven't yet been here, I must say there's a lot also more to see in Tallinn and Helsinki. Beginning of October is a great time to visit. Now with global warming, the weather will hopefully be quite nice in these neck of the woods. It's unfortunate, the global warming part, but silver lining, maybe a little bit of a nice thing to have in the Nordics. But yeah, I think it's really about sharing with like-minded people, and I've always found a lot of like-minded people to talk to and to have a drink with, and for extended discussions long into the late hours of the evening, way past the closing of the conference as well. And there's a lot of opportunity to do that here in Helsinki, in Tallinn, on the ferry, which is also a pretty cool ride. 2 hours just goes by real fast. But yeah, I think I'm also very excited to be there. And Future Insight, we're happy to be partners and to also spread the word. And I hope we will have a great time there.
True, it's very well backed program. Actually, we have a very interesting as well. I'm looking forward to it as well, and I have to say I've read it, I've heard about it, and a lot of artificial intelligence stuff are involved in this year, much more than a few former years. So it's super interesting actually how it will be. Yeah, how it will be, how it has been developed in a way. So in our sector as well, yeah.
AI is always a big topic and becoming bigger and bigger, and eventually will be replaced by AI Teemu, AI Hellemai, and AI Jan to do this launch event. But not yet. These are real people here, real personalities, not artificial ones.
Yes, but it is very like you already mentioned that it's very, very cool to have surrounded by people who actually think the same way like you do, and have this kind of interaction with real people in that sense, and have the same thought and have reflection about it, and new ideas even coming from that. So that is a very, very cool part of it's this event as well. So yeah.
Although it has historically been quite difficult to attract Estonian audiences, maybe because of the name WDBE doesn't really roll off the tongue in Estonian. And people have no clue what it means. But I think the community is little by little growing, and the digital construction cluster has always been there to support the Tallinn side of the event, and has done a really good job of attracting people. So, but yeah, as you said, Teemu, in the beginning, it's not a huge event, and we really don't want it to be that huge. It's still a community event. It's still, I would say, the digital construction ecosphere is a little bit of a close-knit community. I would say, not to say family, which is maybe extending it too much. And relationships in families can be very difficult sometimes. So let's not call it a family. Let's call it a nice community. And yeah, it's also really good to see a lot of familiar faces. But I'm looking forward to seeing new faces as well. And
it's not that close, I think.
Yeah. Some faces are already beginning to, not so familiar anymore. So I'm really looking forward to that. And it's also, let's not forget, it is for companies, especially for startups. It's a great business opportunity to get more visibility and to kind of get feedback on your ideas, on your startups, your crazy concepts. Would this work? Would that not work? And because you have a community of architects, engineers, developers, investors, facility managers, environmental engineers. So a lot of very, very smart people are going to be there. So definitely, I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome. So yeah, with that said, and with this launch and introduction of the program of this year, we are warmly welcoming all of you to join in October. Hopefully both Helsinki and Tallinn, and the ferry in between. So warmest welcome to join to this year's WDBE event. And there's still time to grab that early bird ticket. Also, the awards call is open, and partnerships as well. So hopefully this got you interested in this, and hope to see you there. So thank you, Jan and Hellemai, for joining with me today for this launch from Tallinn.
It was a pleasure. Always,
yeah.
Hopefully see you before October, but at the latest in October 4th in Tallinn with WDBE Summit. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. See you in Helsinki, Tallinn. Bye.
Bye-bye.